Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a tire rotation, brakes, and an oil change on a 2018 Toyota Highlander. Look at that crack. We're not going to touch that. And we're also going to be doing an oil change. I think I mentioned that. We're going to jack up the car from the front. We're going to rotate the tires. And we're going to get this thing knocked out. I'm going to split this up into two videos though. This is going to be the oil change one. Right here you're going to put the jack. And then you're going to put the two jack stands on the edges here. You're going to need these because unfortunately the Highlander has pinch welds on the sides. And so there's not a spot, well, to safely put the jack stands. So you'll need these to protect it and to keep everything nice and sturdy and not damage a customer's vehicle or your vehicle. This is a customer's car. I have the wheels off because I'm going to be doing the brakes as well, but if you're not doing the brakes, then just disregard that. You don't need to take the wheels off. You're going to come under here, you're going to see your oil filter housing. Now I'm going to swap this one out because this actually has like a little swivel end, but that's what you're going to do. You're just going to put the little extension with the 3/8 ratchet on there, and you're going to break this bottom part loose first. Now your new oil filter will come with this little plastic grommet kind of thing, and you're going to push that into this hole. That's the little cover. So this is that. You're going to put that into the hole right there, and that's going to allow the oil that's in the housing to drain out. It's not a necessary step. You don't absolutely have to do this, but it just keeps everything a little bit more cleaner. You can just take the housing off and then dump the oil like you would a normal oil filter. But if you got the tools, then why not do it the right way? Next, you're going to need the oil filter housing removal tool. I have this one. It has a 2-step on it, and it's going to be the smaller one. You want to be very careful and just make sure that you do not strip any of the some of them are metal housings and some of them are plastic. This one's plastic, so you want to make sure that with every turn that it is snug, tight, and it is turning and not stripping. Once you strip it, it's going to ruin it. Make sure that the O-ring comes off with that, and you're going to replace it with the new one. The oil filter housing has the two O-rings, the big one and the small one. So the small one's going to go on the little drain that we pulled, and then the big one is going to go around there. So just use the little flathead. Grab that like that, pull that off. That's trash. I always like to just make sure that the O-rings are somewhat the same size and there's not a dramatic difference between the two, so just measure them really quick. Top and over just like that. It falls right into the groove right there. And that's it. Just give it a little bit of lubrication so it goes on a little easier. If you have trouble with this one, it kind of looks like it's oversized. It's not. Just use both hands and just get it into its appropriate groove, just like that, and it'll fit. Now just hand tight, we're going to put the bottom part back on. A little drain plug. Just going to do that hand tight for right now. Make sure that this is still spring loaded and it's not broken. Put the oil filter back in and then go ahead and put it back on. From your oil filter, you're just going to go straight back on that pan, and that's going to be your oil drain plug. You're just going to break that loose. And there you go. So we're going to let that drain. Once that's done draining, we're just going to put the plug back in. Get the car back on level ground. And then we're going to go ahead and refill the oil. I'm going to be using Mobile 1 full synthetic. Let me see if I can do this one-handed without spilling anything. Boom. I always hate when you get a car back from doing an oil change or something like that, and then there's like oil all over the engine bay. Makes me mad. Now that we got the oil filled back up, we're going to get back into the vehicle, and we're going to reset the oil maintenance light. You're not going to turn the vehicle on. You're just going to turn like ACC mode, turn it to the on position, but not starting. You're going to use the down key down on the D-pad. You're going to go down to scheduled maintenance right there. And if that pops up, just hit back, and then scheduled maintenance, you're going to hit OK, and then you're going to go to reset data. Yes. Hit the center button. It's going to tell you that the data has been reset. Give that a second to clear itself, and then go back to the main menu, and that should be cleared up now. What I like to do is shut the vehicle off, open the door, close the door, and then you could start the vehicle back up. That just gives the computer a little reset. And once you start the vehicle back up, there should be no more light, and your oil reset should be all done. There we go.